instead of playing, hey, let's treat the symptom forever. Let's figure out very quickly what's causing it, change that cause, which is usually a thought process. And when you change that, the feeling changes, the behavior changes, and then over time, the state that the person is in. When someone is hypnotized, their imagination becomes more powerful and has a bigger role on what they're experiencing. And of course, the imagination interfaces with emotions, which affects physiology. And then when you look at stress-related illness, which is the vast majority of medical problems, the emotional stress, which leads to physiological and hormonal changes, which can create long-term health issues, not to mention behavioral issues. So really the mind is the core place where the problem and solution is. And really the key is to figure out, in all the work that I do, is to look at what someone presents as their chief complaint, which is usually just a symptom, and then figure out very quickly, it doesn't take much time, what is the actual ultimate root cause, instead of playing, hey, let's treat the symptom forever. Let's figure out very quickly what's causing it, change that cause, which is usually a thought process. And when you change that, the feeling changes, the behavior changes, and then over time, the state that the person is in, whether it's financial, relationship, health, that changes, because all of that is a symptom or effect ultimately of the way someone is thinking and feeling. And it just so happens that hypnosis, as a way of communicating effectively with the subconscious, usually offers the shortest and cleanest path to basically upgrade the mental software that we all have, but is mostly, running old programs. Education is really important to teach not just clients, but healthcare practitioners, which is a big thing for me as well, to understand the power of words, to understand why the person does not change their behavior despite their good intentions, despite the healthcare provider's great advice, and all of this frustration that leads to needless struggle and emotional and behavioral problems, and the abuse of medication, and as well as drugs, alcohol, all kinds of other things. People who are obese, these are all, in most cases, an emotional or a thinking related problem. And the more people at every level of society who understand this, the more likely they are to actually use what we believe is kind of a silver bullet for clearing trauma and changing the way people think and feel at a deep level that does not require the willpower, the effort, the constant reminders, the infinite level of self-analysis that is otherwise required in healthcare.